Well, we're going to shoot a bonus video. It's still cloudy, but we're going to shoot a bonus video anyway. So I got pulled over by the DOT, or CVSE, Commercial Vehicle Safety and Enforcement. And they did a full inspection, very, very thorough inspection. Took a couple hours. I don't know, it was 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. I have to double check. Really nice, friendly guys. But they did a full, thorough inspection. They just pulled me over. They were doing random inspections on the side of the road and just pulling people over in. So, said hi to them, super friendly, nice people. One of them was a trainee, the CVSE officer was training an RCMP officer how to be a CVSE officer. So that was cool. They told me I could stay in my truck while they're doing the inspection. I asked if I could follow them anyway, just so I can learn stuff, because I told them I've only been trucking for 1.5 years. And they're like, absolutely, come along. So I told them what my defects were before they even looked at my truck. I told them which tires were low on tread, but I told them all my tires are still legal, but there's a couple that are low. I told them I've got a license plate light out, which they were happy with. I always tell everything that I know is wrong with it, I'll tell them. So then I told them, also tell me anything that they would go, hey, that is getting near something they would report on, something that is close to be reported on, just so that I know what to look for. That way I'm learning. I always like learning. And that way I can tell people what they're looking for in safety. So that was cool. They did find a couple of defects. The first one they found was the license plate. Yep, I told them about that. The second was my fog lights on the front bumper are illegal fog lights. And he goes, they must be covered at all times. That's a $190 ticket. I'm like, wait a minute. I think I know where those covers are. They've never been covered while I've been driving. They're useless. I don't use those lights. So I'll cover them up for you right away. He just goes, okay, that's no longer a ticket. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that. Get me up to speed here. So that was a second defect. Defect was audible air leak. They found a really, really, really small audible air leak that I had not heard before. I've done my pre-trips and post-trips in fairly noisy places. So where they pulled me over, there's not a lot of traffic. There's in fact very few of us going through there, and in a rest area where it's dead quiet. So they found it, I didn't find it, and I just stated that, hey, I've been doing post-trips, pre-trips right beside the highway, busy highways and stuff. And they go, and it's a minor leak anyway, so they marked it on here, something that needs to be fixed next time it gets repaired. And the next time it's going to be repaired is tomorrow morning, because I'm pulling in tomorrow morning, because there's one thing on here that he said I can't wait to get repaired. That's the last thing on the list. So that was number 3, right? Okay, number 4 was the ABS light on my rear trailer is not working properly. Most of the LEDs are burnt out. It's just a minor defect as well. So once that fixed, like, okay, sounds good. Those things are a pain in the butt. But I wasn't aware that it was not working. So that's one thing they found that I didn't find. The minor air leak I didn't find previously. And then they found something that I have never ever checked for. I didn't know to look for this. I never had bothered looking for it. I would have never looked for it if I hadn't followed them along with them and they had shown it to me. He goes, something they look for is any air hoses that are rubbing against axles and stuff like that. And we see if they're wearing through. And sure enough, one of my hoses was worn out right to the inner, I don't know what you would call that. Wow, his lights are on and off. So we're going westbound. Hey, westbound logging truck, I'm the Sutco behind you here. Just so you know, your tail lights are flickering on and off. They're off most of the time. I don't know if he's on this channel or not. On lad 1, I got it on. I'm not hearing any responses. In fact, the radio's been very quiet. Oh, I was in the US, that's why. And the final defect that he says must be repaired before my next dispatch is my tires. I'm like, yeah, but they're legal. They're legal till 1/32. He goes, in the summer they are. In the winter, he said millimeter. How many millimeter would that be? He goes, in the winter they've got to be 4 millimeter. And that is Sutco's pull point. I was waiting until I had 2 tires that low before replacing them. So in the winter, I guess I'll have to pull them a little quicker. So 4 millimeter would be 5/32. Our pull point is 4/32 though, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, pull point is 4/32. So, yeah, so they want me to pull those. So apparently in the winter we have to keep them at 5/32. I did not know that. So I made it clear that I didn't know that, and they just said simply get those tires replaced. He goes, next time you go past Salmo, which you're headed that way right now, he just goes, before you hit the next scale, those tires have to be replaced, or that one tire has to be replaced. I'm like, 10-4, I will do that. I took that whole report, emailed it to dispatch, and told him that he wants the defects fixed before the next dispatch. So technically I could pick up this load, deliver this load tomorrow, and then come back to Salmo and get it fixed. But dispatch says that'll send you through the scales a couple of times, but I would still be going legally, I'd still be legally covered, and I wouldn't have a new dispatch. But he was checking in with our maintenance manager. It sounds like what they'll do is get me loaded here in Creston, and then we'll go to Salmo. I'll spend the night in Salmo, and they'll fix everything up in the morning. Cool, easy enough. I'm up for that. It means once again I lose a load this week. You know what? It is what it is. Hey, I've got a phone call coming in. Get my hands free. Hello. I'm doing a YouTube video. Welcome to the YouTube video. Yeah, you need my driver's. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll text that to you. Yeah, thank you. Bye. Love you. That was just Jess calling. Just Jess, no biggie. Scan, see if I can hear any chatter on the radio. Nothing. Hey, logging truck turning off here. Are you on here? Scanning again just in case I hear any chatter. I just want him to know that he's got lights out. I guess he'll be lifting the dolly up and disconnecting everything anyway, so he'll figure that out himself. At least if he's doing a proper check, he'll figure it out himself. I asked Jess to do a favor, and she just goes, she needs my driver's license number to enter it online to make an appointment for my road test for motorcycle, just to see if there's an appointment available yet or not. She's awesome that way. And she talked to TELUS and got all that figured out. They're coming in tomorrow to give us a new modem and going to give us higher speed internet. So that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Hopefully that'll solve our YouTube and hopefully that means other players will have less lag when they're playing multiplayer with us on the weekends. We shall see. Anyway, yeah. It's not a boring day. I was having a nice boring week so far. Everything is going smooth the last 2 days. I guess today went smooth as well. Could have been worse. The inspector said that for a guy that's only been driving a year and a half, he just goes, you are in really good condition. He goes, it's one of the cleanest trucks he's seen. And he goes, the guys that are out there for 30 years no less than you do. So I thought it was a pretty good compliment. I just have to remember to keep up on the laws that in 30 years I still know better. But I do care. I refuse to hook onto a fresh set of trailer without doing a full pre-trip. So yeah, it's good to know that my efforts do pay off, even though I am learning some new things. So yeah. Yeah. I'll have to pull tires a little earlier in the winter, and I'll have to inspect some more air hoses. But I'm happy with the inspection. Anyway, I'll shoot another video tomorrow. I guess we'll still be heading to, there's a CVSE officer right there. Different one, obviously. I'll still be heading to OK Falls tomorrow. But, it is what it is. And now that they've done a CVSE in full inspection, I should mark the date. Well, it's the 15th, so January 15th. They won't, even if they pull me over, they will not do a full inspection for the next 3 months. So for the next 3 months, I know I will not get a full inspection. So I don't have to worry about a full inspection until mid-April, right? February, March, yeah, mid-April. So, yeah, there's a bonus there. At least I know I'm clear for the next while. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy what you do. Life is better that way. Even inspections are better when you enjoy what you do.